at the Bloom Room. This is Taiji Tuesday, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the beginning posture. A couple of things that are happening this weekend. I'll be taking part in a nonprofit organization benefit called Pushing for Peace this Sunday in Orinda, California. And it's an organization I've been involved with for a few years now as a Peace Games ambassador. And we like to use the ancient technologies from Eastern thought, philosophy, and culture to contribute to the conversation about health, healing, and wellness in the world, and bridge the idea of healing to peace, internal peace, and manifesting and seeing external peace in the world. So that's a little bit what's happening. First week of November, I'll be starting a 6-week mental health, mental wellness through movement health series. That's pre New Year's, and in the new year, I'll be rolling out some new programs. Not necessarily new, but of course for the new year, new programs. One of the more important and longer programs is going to be the Taiji calendar series. If you're interested in Taiji philosophy, yin yang theory, Chinese qigong, traditional medicine, then this is going to be a good way to get involved in the movement, use the movement to embody the practices and the philosophies, and get a sense of how they can improve wellness internally so that we can move forward externally and contribute to our community and to our world. So we're going to start with the shaking. We're going to go into twisting here in a second. So we're opening the hands and the fingers, shaking here. And it's very important for the joints and then also for the connective tissues. So we always start off this practice, like I said in the video last week, I use this energy also to get rid of sort of anxious energy. As I mentioned last week, this is one of the main warm-up exercises that we used on the mountain at least 3-4 times a day. So we're relaxing the arms and the shoulders, and then we add the whole body using the knees bouncing, using the legs. We're taking a deep breath in, exhaling, and then we start to rotate, turn the body. Feeling the connection to the ground and to the earth, and then feeling that bounce, feeling that movement through the legs, coming up into the torso, and then finally into the shoulders and the elbows, wrists, and fingers. As we do this, we're trying to install and pattern a deep breathing pace that we can sustain through the session. So we're using the abdominal cavity, engaging it to breathe through the nose, inhaling, exhaling. You can exhale through the mouth as well, but I like to try to habituate all breathing through the nose. Let's twist now. Continuing to breathe, and then just watching, observing your range of motion. And this is going to be an extended exercise. We usually do this for 20 minutes in our Taiji classes. And we'll do an abbreviated version. Feeling the connection of the feet to the earth, and then feeling that spiral, twisting, rotational energy coming into the ankles, the ankle joints, through the knees, through the hips, and then into the spine. Addressing the spinal health and hygiene, because as I mentioned last week, the spinal column, physically and energetically, is a communication highway and a communication pathway, not just for energetic body, but for the physical body. All of the nerves coming out of the spine and into the extremities communicate to the brainstem via the spine. So now let's go ahead and lift the heel. We're going to lift the heel and turn and just give a little diversity to the movement. Lifting the heel allows for a little bit more range of motion. Make sure you turn around with the neck and the head to engage the neck. Staying conscious of your range of motion, staying conscious of your breathing pace. Remember, in the nose deeply. Exhale. You can really benefit if you use the breathing to relax the nervous system, stimulate a parasympathetic response. When the tissues are relaxed, they can open up, and then the body becomes supple and open to your intention and your desire, especially if you want to desire, circulation in a particular area within the body. Check out my channel if you have more detailed questions about the spine, if you have detailed questions about the knees, if you have detailed questions about wellness, health. On my channel, we also have some seasonal videos. As we're coming into the winter, it's going to be really important to take care of the kidneys. And so we also have some videos about kidney health. If you're interested in massaging the organs, if you're interested in organ health, we also have some videos on the channel for organ health as well. Now we're going to lift the toe. So I'm going to turn, lift the toe, turn, lift the toe, turn, lift the toe, turn, lift the toe. Little light here. And then here the same way, you want to look back. This is a little bit more challenging. You want to be careful with that knee that you're posting on and you're balancing on, because as you're twisting, you're opening up that knee joint to some forces and to some torque that it not necessarily is used to, but it is helpful for strengthening. Continuing to breathe deeply. All right. And then we're coming back to the center. Now we're going to take a wide base here. As we take a wide base, we're going to drop down into a squat. And remember your range of motion here. Just be conscious of your range of motion. And come back up. Feeling relaxed, loose in the shoulders, in the elbows, in the wrists, and the hands. Back down. Breathing comfortably, breathing naturally. And back up. And down. And back up. We're going to do one more so you can see how you get the squat in. And it's a very dynamic squat because of the movement that you're asking your hips and knees to do. All right, now we're going to add some stepping. So let's bring one foot in, feet together. Step out, feet apart. Other foot in, feet together. And step apart again. Let's get acclimated to that. Feet together and feet apart. I have a video also of this series that you can refer to on the YouTube channel. Just check it out. It's called the Schaefer Gig. The Schaefer Gig. One of my friends wanted a video of a movement series he could do every day. And so we came up with this called the Schaefer Gig based on Taiji warm-up and movement. Okay, now we're going to go feet together and then we're going to step forward. Just step forward. Yep. And step back. Switch legs. Step forward, other leg. And step back. Other leg, step forward. And step back. You're getting so much dynamic movement here. And step back. Really good for the spine, for the shoulders, elbows. Step forward. Wrists. If you open and loosen the tissues of the arms, you're opening and loosening the energy channels in the arms, which are associated to internal organs. The pericardium, which holds the heart, the lung channel as well. So very important organs. Now we're going to step back. So I've still got feet together and stepping back. And forward. Other foot stepping back. And forward. And stepping back. And forward. And stepping back. And forward. Let's do each side one more time. Step back. And forward. And back. And forward. Let's have the feet comfortably apart. Now what I'm going to do is a little bit of a body massage. So I've got a soft fist in the hands. And I'm just tapping with a soft fist, shoulders, back and chest, abdomen area, hips, not the hip bone, but the soft area of the hips. You can go to the thighs now. And back up from the thighs, hip flexor, soft tissue. Abdomen, lower back area. Breathing comfortably, naturally here. Chest. Shoulder. And let's bring it to a close. We're going to go to our beginning posture Qigong movement. So, what is Tai Chi? Is it Qigong? Is Qigong Tai Chi? So, Tai Chi is a form of Qigong. Tai Chi Chuan is a martial art that utilizes Qigong principles. So what does that mean? We have to take all the Qigong principles and put them into our Tai Chi movement. So that's relaxation, breathing with movement, moving from the dantian, moving from the center, staying balanced, rooted, and using the mind and intention through repeated movement, through repetition, and not allowing the mind to wander. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to show you a simple Tai Chi movement. We call this the beginning posture. So we start our form here. Hands move up to the shoulder height and down, bending knees. And then we go into the next posture. Grasp barrels tail right. But we're going to focus here on the beginning posture, okay? And getting the body movement comfortable, getting them breathing coordinated with the movement, getting the mind involved. And then as we make the movement more challenging and we try to keep everything intact, then we start to engage the spirit, the spiritual dimension. So 5 regulations: body, breath, mind, energy, and spirit. Let's see how we put them together. So the body takes the form of the posture, this posture, the beginning posture. Very simple movement. Repeat it again. Inhale here, arms relaxed, opening, lifting, palms face one another. And then we call this coil. Palms face down now. Control descent as we come into our squat. Repeating that. Inhale up. And exhale down into the squat. Very easy, simple movement, right? Now we have to engage the second regulation. Inhale, rise and lift. Exhale, sink and descend. Inhale. And exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. So we've got two regulations. The body, because we got the form going, the pattern going. And we've got the breath. Inhaling, coordinated with the movement, rising. And exhaling, coordinated with descending, falling. And then the mind here. So the mind, now what we start to do is layer on the third regulation. So what should the mind be doing? Well, here the mind is watching, scanning the body. Am I upright? Am I relaxed? Is my body holding on to tension? Am I bringing unneeded tension? How am I staying relaxed and regulating the movement with coordinated breathing? So the mind needs to be conscious of that. And then for martial arts purposes, the mind also wants to be conscious of the function of the movement. And because it's a martial arts based posture and movement, then you start to have a vision of partner and opponent so as to habituate the mind's intention with the movement. So for example, if I see a hand coming in, I'm going to intercept the hand or two hands with my two wrists and fingers. On the rise here on the lift. So hands are coming in and we're moving slowly. Time is slowing down. Hands are lifting. And so for martial arts purposes, then we can start to deviate from the general form. For example, if someone's walking up to me and they're putting their hands out, I step back and lift my hands so that I can now walk into a defensive posture. I'm yielding to the movement as the opponent is walking up, and I'm meeting their hands with my hands so as to keep my vital area safe. They're trying to reach maybe for my coat or my throat or something, and I step back, right? And you'll hear a lot of people say, if you want to do something fast, you got to be able to do it slow. And so there's a lot of truth to that. If you want to do something fast, you got to be able to do it slow. So for this particular movement, I want to be able to do it in real time in an instant, quickly. If someone tries to touch me or grab me, lift my hands and meet them so that I can defend myself. So that's what the movement looks like. Even if I step back, I can get away from the opponent. And if opponent approaches me, I step back and then I can lift my hands if needed, right? And so when we manifest this power, it's called Fa Jing in Mandarin, Fa Jing, emitting power, right? So I step back and my hands come up just so I can defend. So that's the beginning posture. That's going to complete Tai Chi Tuesday for today. I'm going to be doing more of this on Tuesday. And as mentioned, there's videos that'll help. I also have, if you're interested in more Tai Chi, I'm going to be doing a Tai Chi calendar series. I have a year-long program that I'm going to start in 2026 in January. And I have a 6-week program starting the first month of November. And that's a good precursor to the calendar series where we're talking about mental health and movement health. So stay tuned, subscribe, and ask any questions if you like. And I'll see you on the next one. Until next time, embrace the woo and may your chi flow smoothly.